Barney Baruch and I are not exactly standing on bread lines. Yes. No, I'm not asking for your help. I've never asked for any man's help, and I never will. But you've got to do something and do it damn fast. All right. We'll talk about it on Friday. Listen, Mr. President, why don't we bury the hatchet and you come here with Mrs. Roosevelt for supper Christmas Eve on your way to Hyde Park? Wonderful. Goodbye, Mr. President. If I thought he was going to say yes, I never would have asked him. Grace, call Al Smith and find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
And make a note. Meeting at the White House Friday morning, 11 a.m. with President Roosevelt.
Yes, sir.
The package from Tiffany's?
Oh, yes, sir. Arrived this morning. It is.
I'm going to give her this thing, and then I'm going to tell her I want to adopt her. Where is she?
She's up in her room, sir, writing another letter to her friends at the orphanage. I'll have Drake give her a call.
Fine. Damn it.
Oh, you don't have to be nervous, sir. She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
You're damn right she is, and I'm not nervous. Get her down here.
Yes, sir. Drake, Mr. Warbucks will see Annie now.
Yes, miss. Miss Annie, Mr. Warbucks will see you now.
Thank you, Mr. Drake. Hello.
Hello, Annie. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
Fine. Annie, the time has come for the two of us to have a very serious discussion.
You're taking me back to the orphanage, right?
Oh, no, of course not. Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
Sure.
Sure, man to man.
I was born into a very poor family in what they call Hell's Kitchen, right here in New York. Both of my parents died before I was 10, and I made a promise to myself, someday, some way or another, I was going to be rich, very rich.
That was a good idea.
When I was 23, I made my first million. Then, in 10 years, I turned that into 100 million. And in those days, that was a lot of money. Anyway, making money was all I've ever given a damn about. And I might as well tell you, Annie, I was ruthless to those I had to climb over to get to the top. Because I always believed one thing. You don't have to be nice to the people you meet on the way up if you're not coming back down again.
Naughty.
But, lately I realized something that, no matter how many Rembrandts or Duesenbergs you've got, if you have no one to share your life with, if you're alone, then you might as well be broke and back in Hell's Kitchen. Annie, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Sure.
Go!
Kind of.
Kind of?
I guess not.
Damn! Annie, I was in Tiffany's yesterday, and I got this for you. Had it engraved.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. You're so nice to me.
It's a silver locket. I noticed the old broken one you always wear, and I said to myself, I'm going to get that kid a nice new locket.
Gosh. Thanks, Mr. Warbucks. Thank you very much.
Here, we'll just take off the old one.
No! Please don't make me take my locket off. I don't want a new one.
What's the matter, Annie?
This locket, my mom and dad left it with me when they left me at the orphanage. And there's a note, too. They're coming back for me. And oh, I know being with you for Christmas, I'm real lucky. But I don't know quite how to say it. The one thing I want in all the world, more than anything else, is to find my mother and father. And to be like other kids with folks of my own.
All right, Annie. I'll find them for you. I'll find your parents for you.
Baby,
I'll go get her a brandy.
she's going to be all right.
Miss Annie, if anyone can find your parents, Mr. Warbucks is the man.
There's nothing to worry about, dear. Mr. Warbucks will find your mother and father. If he has to put everyone in his organization to do the job. If he has to pull every political string there is to pull. Up to and including the White House.
The League of Nations.
If he should need the FBI,
pay all costs. Fine. When can I have it? Tomorrow morning? O&J. I want Gunderson. Well, just take him off the Dillinger case. Hip, hip, hooray!
Annie, let me have your locket.
But Mr. Warbucks, I told you.
I understand, but it may be our best clue. Have the FBI trace where it was bought and who bought it. Did you have anything else that might help?
Oh, yes, my note. I guess I should have my note, too.
Ah, good. Annie, you may be seeing your parents within a couple of days.
Really?
Really.